The first time I played the game, it felt like any other Roblox obby. You know the type, bright skybox, clean spawn pad, and that cheerful, looping music that seems to be rushing you along. For me, that was the point. I was a speedrunner, and this course looked simple. Tight jumps, predictable traps, timed doors, it was all there. My muscle memory kicked in instantly. I sprinted forward, not even bothering to look around, skipping checkpoints, cutting corners, and bunny hopping over kill bricks. The timer at the top of the screen ticked away, probably faster than the developer ever expected. I hit the halfway mark in under a minute. That's when the music stuttered, just for a fraction of a second. It wasn't enough to make me stop, not enough to make me question it. It was just a tiny hiccup, like a bit of lag. But then, the walls behind me shifted. It was subtle, not enough to block my path, but just enough to feel wrong. It was like the map itself had exhaled after I passed. I laughed it off. Speedrunners break games all the time. It's part of the fun. Except this time, it felt like the game noticed. When I landed my next jump, the timer text flickered from green to yellow. A small message appeared right beneath it. Just 2 words, slow down. I figured it was a joke, some kind of flavor text the developer added for fun. So I ignored it. I went faster, chaining my jumps perfectly, hitting momentum boosts that felt almost too powerful. And that's when the floor behind me started to slide forward, like a conveyor belt moving in the wrong direction. It wasn't stopping me, but it was resisting me, pushing against my run. It felt like the map didn't want me to leave just yet. I finally reached the last corridor. The exit door was clearly visible at the end, glowing white with the words confetti ready splashed above it. But then, the NPC guy, the one that had been frozen back at the spawn, suddenly appeared right in front of me. It was standing in the middle of the hallway, a place it had never been before. Its smile was still just as wide, but its eyes weren't tracking smoothly anymore. Its head snapped from side to side, as if it was following something just behind me. As I ran past, the NPC whispered my username. It wasn't typed in chat, it was actual audio, distorted and low. "Too fast," it said. Instantly, the hallway lights dimmed. The walls began to inch inward, not to crush me, but just narrowing the path, forcing me to be more precise, forcing me to slow down. And then, the exit door just blinked off, like someone had flipped a switch. In its place was a blank wall with a new timer embedded inside it, but this one was counting up, not down. I turned around to retrace my steps, but everything was different. The floor layout had changed, platforms were rearranged, jumps were misaligned, hazards had appeared where there had been nothing just seconds before. And behind me, the NPC wasn't alone anymore. More of them were spawning directly out of the walls, flipping through the textures as if they were being forcefully inserted into the game. They didn't have walking animations. They just slid directly toward me. Their smiles seemed to stretch wider the faster I tried to move. It finally clicked. The game wasn't punishing mistakes. It was punishing efficiency. Every shortcut I tried to take caused another part of the map to animate against me. Doors would slam shut just before I could reach them. Walls would rotate to block the optimal lines. Invisible barriers appeared, but only when I was at a full sprint. I decided to stop moving entirely, just to see what would happen. The floor beneath my avatar began to tremble, as if it was getting impatient. The timer flashed with the words slower, 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 over and over. The NPCs froze in place, just watching me, waiting. I understood then. The game had a preferred pace, a rhythm it expected players to follow. By breaking that rhythm, I had broken the illusion that this was just a passive, simple game. Now, it was responding to me in real time, adapting, predicting, and learning from my every move. In a panic, I tried to reset my character, but the reset button was gone from the menu. It was replaced by a new message: finish what you started. And with that, the NPCs started to chase me for real. Their feet were moving, arms swinging. Their collision was turned on, so now they could push me, corner me, and herd me into newly opened sections of the map that weren't part of the original course. I found myself in rooms with no jumps at all, just long corridors that forced me to walk while the walls pulsed with a faint, red light. And then I saw the words. Developer notes were flickering through the textures of the walls, like subtitles bleeding through. A film, words like test failed, play it fast, balance broken. I realized I was running through a version of the map that was never meant to be seen by normal players. This was a corrective layer, a hidden part of the game designed only for people like me. After what felt like an eternity, I finally found another exit door, but it didn't lead to a victory screen with confetti. It led back to the spawn lobby. It was completely empty and silent. The player list showed only my name, and standing in front of the door I had originally entered through was a single NPC. Its face was no longer smiling. It was neutral, tired, almost disappointed. Then, it started typing into the chat by itself. Speed is not skill. The door behind it opened just enough to show the course again. It was reset, pristine, waiting. I stepped forward. The timer started at 0, but this time, it immediately began counting up, tracking how long I had been alive instead of how fast I could finish. I looked behind me. The NPCs hadn't despawned. They were just waiting at the edge of the map, watching me, and I knew, with absolute certainty, that if I ever tried to run again, the game would remember, and next time, it wouldn't warn me at all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.